the cloud, so you'll be able to stop him. Oh, I'm gonna admit Rebecca. I'll edit that out. Thanks everybody for coming out today on this day of Passover. That is also Palm Sunday. It's really great to see everybody. Thank you to everybody who came to our concert last night too. We're really, really excited to have Trey Tuck here today, who is a hip hop artist from Bristol, Connecticut. This is a WBRS joint session, which means that normally in the studio, it would be a really small, intimate concert that we would announce day of in our record room, and everybody would get to come and see an up and coming artist. But now in the Zoom format, anybody can come, which is super exciting. And yeah, this will be recorded. So if you are comfortable with it, you can leave your cameras on, but if not, you can turn them off, and it will be posted on our YouTube afterwards. And then for people who are looking for more WBRS events or to get involved, our next concert is going to be on April 17th. We'll be posting the Facebook event after this event for a concert with Beach Bunny. So stay tuned for that. It's also going to be really great. But for now, we're excited to have this amazing show. So yeah, welcome Trey Tuck.
Hey! How's everybody doing? I go by the name of Trey Tuck. I'm just going to make this full screen so I don't have any issues with seeing you guys. If I get super close like this, it's because I'm blind. I can't actually see that well. So I would like to come and get close and see everybody's, faces and stuff like that. Shout out to my people. I have people here on IG, and I also have you guys. Want to say thank you for having me. I know during these troubled times, we can't all link in person to do stuff like this. So it's always good to be able to join some type of way. Music is great, especially when you need things to boost your spirit. But from no further ado, here I go. So, I'm just pretty much give you me a whole life. And I did a spoken word, and it was a little different, but this is really where I love to be when I do music. So this is called growth phase. We're gonna start it. Yeah. Yeah. Check. I sound good. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Awesome. Yeah. Check. Sticking in games while we playing. Why I feel like they don't get what I'm saying. Press you keep pressing and nigga be saving. Trying to find God without praying and Satan. Price of fame, so what are you taking? Used to be so low they thought I was tanking. Follow my heart and it turned to bed Franklin. Do it for the bills, my cousin inspiration. Yeah, I ain't doing different things. So delicious. Everybody true, but nobody wanna get it. When my city on with his own way. Now he is ahead, so I'm focused on the children. Say I'm doing great, but I really know the feeling. Try to slay back, shots might kill her. My ex me back, shots might kill her. And I just wanna sell a new girl to the feeling like, hey, I'm step back from all that, yeah. One day I still out the garden, yeah. So they know you rap targets. I'm stopping the music, no rockets. No money left over, we charging. Using my labor, keep covering the markets. I'm so getting the play you was fun. Ready to get like I'm running for office. Tucked on my pants and I think without talking. Learn bounce back like my best friend is talking. Brand new whip, had a put for auction. 70K in the hole, but it won't break my. And he cleared for the coffin. Wasn't too many there when I was walking. Ride through the city with a chance, put money on my mind and bury on my girl, no. Now I just do what I want, yeah. Shit ain't a song, a song. Royalties backing it up. I'm royalty, my purpose is to be captured and such. Knew it all till I knew I ain't know enough. Knew it all till I knew I ain't know enough. Knew it all till I knew. Listen. Life of war zone, that's a rock in a hard place. Line on my chest, I can keep the palm straight. Gave a lot of game and I dance just off faith. Ran off parade, but they floating our own waves. Beauty and the pain, it's for exchange. Everything to lose, we got nothing to gain. Trapped in a maze, but consumed by rage. Search for the truth, hope the feeling the stain. Like, alright, we just gonna get right to it. I'm gonna turn this up. Said I love you. Yeah. Nothing above you. Yeah. All this shit is on. All streaming service. I was on my humble shit till I had to get it right. Pay the perfect vision knowing every stroke was sight. Immune to the pressure, they got them feeling hype. I see all them fall off, I just up the price. Whoa, slow down, son. Say you don't talk enough. I ran the game long enough that I can spot them bluffs. I learned that niggas got the bitches and my stock is up. The music all around the globe, ain't no stopping us. Catch a flight when I need inspiration. Lamar Jack was stats, don't need a validation. validation. Just validate my parking when I pull up to the station. With all white walls, I relate to mental patients. God damn, now they tell me I'm the greatest. Remind them of gold, put a diamond in the making. I was playing graduation with the locks really raised. Funny how the chains in the watch, let me turn it up. Say they love you. None above you, yeah. Now it's fuck you. All about the hustle. Too focused on winning, and I was trying to get it. This year's in the making, I came from humble beginnings. And we ain't seeing seven, we was living off the rings. Just trying to make a killing. I was trying to get it, my niggas was on the road. Had to pack it in, we hustled for every show. Real never fall, cause fake getting exposed. Put your middle finger up if you feel you on the road. And bounce like this, feel you on the road. Won't stop till I reach 100 million souls. Keep your tunnel vision in the world so cold. Try to take your spirit, but they never take your soul. Like, we gonna keep into it. I gotta turn this on, do not disturb. Hold up. Yeah. There we go. Let's rock. Let's rock. If you know the singing with me, they go. I was trying to get it. Brother used to push the highest in Vegas, yeah. What's facts if you never lived it? No cap, I'm really winning. Yeah. No cap, I'm really winning. Try to pride that justice. Okay. Here we go. Work hard, gonna choose the vision. And go back to the. Always been a savage, but I've been a nice guy. Sit back, relax, I don't even know why. Strings to the wrist when I'm out in M5. Marry out every week to buy peace of mind. Daily struggles and I don't got the time to waste on these. Don't entertain. That's how Tiger went and fucked up his stroke. Every rubber neck got my foot on their throat. Cliche to say, but I'm really the GOAT. Curry with shots if they really want smoke. Started with poverty, this is monopoly. Every time that I speak, business gon' follow me. Penmanship out of me. Slow down. Don't fuck with. Like Bobby, he follow the money tree tucked in the palms. This on my future like the palm tree. Yeah, I'm good with the West like I'm down C. Too many teeth on the priest if you ask me. Hoes renegade, nigga got game green. Screaming Doc Mother, we know she for the team. Watch how they been moving, never say a thing. Watch how they been moving, never say a thing. From the east to the west, on my name range. Sing and go, I was trying to get it. Yeah, brother used to put the highest in flicks. Yeah, what's facts? If you never lived it. What's facts? No cap, I'm really winning. Yeah, no cap, I'm really winning. Yeah. Try to pride, new era, my favorite part right here. And go back to the music, that's all I ever wanted. Money in the bank, I would never flaunt it. Invested in myself, self-made, what you call it. Slave long nights, ain't sleep till the morning. Took a trip down south, 95, we was drunk. Since he young, and had his dreams in the forward. Couple back, got me singing like Lauren. You can have anything in the world, said he's fortune. Living out of the suitcase, yeah. Had me all beat like Blueface, started to get clear like a Blu-ray, yeah. Shed a few tears to get hand out. Better than my peers when I snap the poetry and so clear. 5 minutes set, something gotta hear. Then it's showcase, now they take me to a pair. Staying on track, okay. They go question my character, born in America, skin too black, so they probably fearing up. Built on lies that funded hysteria, funded superior, building the terror, it's still the terror. Amazon burning up, tell you this terrorist is urban, it's blowing up. I don't believe it when they stopping the music, so God say my timing up. Every day we grind from dawn to dusk. Alright, so we just gonna keep working. If you've been there since Price of Fame, then you already know what this is. Yeah, know it's best. It goes steady check. Talking about it, can't put respect on my name. A virus sensation, ain't the front of the Hall of Fame. I aim to change the pain that life brings. They searching for that color from their life brain. Back when all I had was 92 cents. Unemployment ain't clear. I don't fuck with a big drink. So used to pull it out, but God, I started on the bench. My niggas moving. Contemplating their thoughts, to get in the mix. My consciousness, fighting with my righteousness. Meditating the focus, patience, and finding light in it. Went through the storm just to be coming out of light in it. The rhythm is Titans, you know the last of the storm, Titan, beside him. You know the story was up to be off the sea. Translation, you never grow into what you need if you don't believe to exceed. The obstacles you bring. The only MC better than me is me in 2020. I'm on my line, I'm like, yeah. They go, ain't give a fuck, that was yeah. We should keep in touch, I'm like, yeah. Life for my trust, nigga, yeah. All them on my line, I'm like, yeah. They ain't give a fuck, that was yeah. We should keep in touch, I'm like, yeah. Life of our trust, nigga, yeah. Came from the gutter, the boy really made it. My struggle was humble, everything came from his soul like a pair of aces. But I was up to get a drop the pair of aces. But once it's over, the wordplay's contagious. I spit at you, military from, get back to basics. Famous, or something I ain't never care about. But a nigga snapping every time they bring the camera roll. Like a bougie chick, attitude in a pretty smile. Like the because I live in the now. They treat you different when you throwing money around. Addicted to making pictures, I can't live it down. Never try to tuck the truth away with crooked smiles. The church demons and problems before they reach the crowd. They wanna see you down and ass out, but when you up, they try to lift your ass like a cash cow. Sick, go.
All them on my line, I'm like, yeah. Ain't give a fuck now, but yeah. We should keep in touch, I'm like, yeah. Life of my trust, nigga, yeah. Go all them on my line, I'm like, yeah. Ain't give a fuck now, but yeah. We should keep in touch, I'm like, yeah. Life of my trust, nigga, yeah.
Yeah, that's called 92 cents off of Price of Fame. When I like to do shows, though, I like to just get to it. I'm used to, you know what I'm saying, the crowds, and we just feed off the energy. So I can't see if you guys are saying something. I'm blind as a bat, but I feel like you are, so I appreciate it. This is one of my records. It's called Sinners. I never perform this, but I just feel like this shit is just such a vibe. You gotta perform it. If you know it, sing along, but if you don't, you can still sing along. They go, and if I'm gon' do it, then I gotta do it right. I'm riding with my people, then I got some girls I like. Just a bunch of sinners trying to make it through the night. The world's so, you know, say it again. And if I'm gon' do it, then I gotta do it right. I'm riding with my people and a couple girls I like. Just a bunch of sinners trying to make it through the night. Yeah.
The world's so cold, got you really thinking about life. What's your damn
Living on the limb, living on the whim, living life fulfilled with sin. Only find kids through the pen. Funny how they say they love you. They got your best interest, thinking they above you. Well, tell me who you run to in the world. Ooh. Narcissistic, trying to find my wife, but I feel like that is unrealistic. I'd rather chill with naked women, drinking on their friend shit. No goals, no stress, just to let a nigga hit. Telling you, baby, no, you can have it all. She kiss on my neck, thinking the problem solved. She know my weakness, and I can use her freakness. I stretch it in positions to exercise my demons. First I was drinking, I can find more advice. She love me more when I do it wrong. How could I do what's right? And if you are what you eat, that seems to be my vice. I know you judge it, right? And if I'm gonna do it, then I gotta do it right. Got a couple innocent girls that I like. Just a bunch of sinners trying to make it through the night. World so cold, got you rethinking about life. What's your damn price? I don't even be getting how you go live and that shit just be turning off. It's so weird. This is called Local Rapper. This is off the Stuck in a Good Place. You know what I'm saying? Put a thumbs up if you're still with me. Put your hands in the air and do some love. I can see little hands in the back. You guys are dope. Thank you. Yeah. Check. Moving different, they try to box you in. I guess the ember's so different when you got dividends that separate you from people that rap without no plans. Fans became offensive for water under bridge. Listen, I'm bridging the gap with my records want the mainstream girls but can't do it with double networks. It's like they want to help, but they need to see a check first. I pay for shows in studios, but really what's my network? Maybe a couple thousand, or maybe I'm just wallet. Your favorite rappers, just a local talent. So honest, you scared and supportive. That put in effort to be off the hook, no bullets. Now my time is ticking. I feel like a man Muhammad. Gave me a deadline to be great, and I feel so stop. Undeniable talent, will guarantee live lavish. Long as I'm good and my cheek the baddest, I'll stick to rapping like I got dreams of being in the rafters. All that vision, they still.
I got dreams of being in the rafters. All that vision, they call on you a local
rapper. Like,
still calling you a local.
yeah, like, this is my favorite part, right? You go. They have the two choices, you begin to switch up. Like, how the fuck you do that and how you gonna forget us?
Everybody want to be your friend when they see you start succeeding, right? But they ain't never there.
Feeling isolated when your pupils are dilated from late night conversations. Right then I knew I'm making started from the basement, we had to embrace it. Now I'm aiming at the sky like a security constellation. Surrounded by a group of stars, but none of us made it. Right the floor, some deep like conversation. I know you hate it, damn. You call me local, but don't know the power in my vocals. It's okay though, the music gets to who it's supposed to. Before the fame, it takes courage. To tell someone to encourage you to be a better person. I know it's worth it, that's why I'm working. Got no time to be peeking around me. Flow so clean, it's like it's been submerged in Downey. We just wanna hit on replay like Jadamian and Brownie. But if you miss the plot, they pop your top off. Cause you a local rapper, remember? I got dreams of being in the Raptors. On that vision, they still calling you a what? I got dreams of being in the Raptors. All that vision, they calling you a local rapper. They go, la, 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 la. Like they don't wanna hear what you gotta say, they don't wanna hear nothing. Nobody really cares until you make it, till you get what you need out of life, you feel me? So that's why you just gotta push through it, no matter what it is. But like I said, it's a Trey Tuck show, we just gonna keep moving through the records. It's called Don't Worry, we gonna bounce. Yeah, it's off my project. Trying to catch 100 a verse. I worry my efforts won't equal my worth. Uncle telling me I need to keep God first. Watch what it says like the rain through the earth. I'm searching for patience, I feel like this earth. Tell me don't stress, but that's what I prefer. Stuck in a cycle, but when I return to the old me that ain't care what I earn. All about passion. The industry based around traction. Internet capping, keep you flashing. Few different hoes, gotta keep a bad one. Independent route, never try to put a fast one. No shortcut, gotta grind like you had none. It was out partying and I was getting tracked on steps. Now we can do the madness. Don't worry about it, keep a potent product. Looking back in my life, I'ma say my doubt is still remain the same for those project houses. It was on the base, I was batting 1,000. Find a way to live when you trying to get out of it. Trying to wish them well like a coin in the fountain. A little dirt, turn a molehill to mountains. Yeah. I'm moving my people, I treat them like equals. A transparent soul like when Nike was see-through. Tagging my paper, they happy to be you. Talking of gangsters and that's just a leave. Watch for the snakes, staying high like an eagle. Bird's eye view, every move is cerebral. Top tier rapper doing numbers like the Beatles. Yeah, damn. Don't you worry about a thing. Say it again. Don't you worry about I'm talking to myself, but this relates to everybody. Worry about a thing. Oh. Bill collectors on my line, more than my girl sometimes. Yeah. Life ain't equipped to rewind, can't live or regress, gotta hear all the time. All this depth to make it feel so divine. Take no L's, we persistent with a climb. Put this rap shit, I put my life on the line. Put this rap shit, I put my life on the line. Sleep wrist on the wrist, juice strong when it's time. Press in the slides with the shoes, I ain't buying new guns on the show. Triple beam while you grind. Motivation, thug it out through the grind. Put a mastermind, I had to go mastermind. Writers block hits, relax, keep the sign. Say what you got, we adapt to the time. Don't worry about it, keep a potent product. Looking back on my life, I'ma say my doubt is still remain the same for those project houses. They was selling base, I was batting 1,000. Find a way to live when you trying to get out of it. Try to wish you well like a coin in the fountain. A little dirt can turn a molehill to mountain. They go, yeah. I'm moving my people, I treat them like equals. A transparent soul like when Nike was see. Stacking my paper, they happy to be you. Talking of gangsters and that's just to be you. Watch mistakes, staying high like an eagle. Bird's eye view. Moving cerebral, top tier. I've been doing numbers like the Beatles, yeah. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Yes. Worry about a thing. Oh. Don't worry about nothing. Why? Because nothing lasts forever, no matter what pain you're going through, no matter what problems you got, that shit ain't gonna last longer than you want it to. So if you change your mindset, you change how you rock out, you change how you think, you can alter anything you want. Don't worry about nothing that's stressing you. Y'all are in college, y'all working, people are just living life and they have a whole bunch of shit that just gets to them. But if you worry about it, it can only harm you. Just keep moving how you move. This is my shit, it's called Picture That, yeah. Shout out Rico, shout out East Lane, yeah. I've been thinking about why I try now. Roll to the riches got me tied down. Put the ring on your finger, girl, you mine now. Stay clear for the hate, this is my town. Go body, body shake, keep that ass round. I enjoy a little taste of the sack in my face, little slap to the so they can't up your face with a cop. I spray, let me eat the upper stage rock. Yeah, so you perfect, know you're worth it. Coming like a surgeon, I break it down like a serpent. I make it water, I'm surfing. And live right got a purpose, and ain't a fly with the purchase. You the kind of they ain't nervous. They always nervous, so you treat them like a circus. We're talking about to show you what you really know. It ain't no way cool like you anymore. Fly me high, got my look around. Oh, baby, I don't wanna be a player anymore. I don't wanna be the size. I go picture that, ass so fat, got a double bagging. Different type of love, got you feeling at 'em. Late night calls, got you running back, yeah. I'm sitting in this car with a line at, yeah. They say I shouldn't trust, but I ain't buying that, no. And I give a fuck by the lust, know it's all about us. Heard rumors in this car, tell us something's going on. Follow intuition, girl, we on a mission. Cause you're around the world trying to make a difference. Give you not the struggle, rolling on a better living. 5-star restaurants in the finest minutes. Internet for the light of love won't hurt. The best side of things, so the love won't hurt. I'm busting how you want, and I treat you like dessert. I treat you like a queen, where you want me to serve. Here you go.
They don't make them like you anymore. That might look right on baby. I won't be a player anymore. No days on the side, they call retired. Push your back.
Hey, bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, I have 2 more songs for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for just being here. These 2 songs are very important to me. I like to leave and end my shows with a message, something that you could take away. I could have did more, different type of records, but it is Sunday. I feel like you should leave with some type of gem, especially if you're coming to my type of show. And this next record is called Bristol Nights 2. I made a first version of this, and the first version I did, I was like finding myself. I was trying to figure out where I like fit in my own world, in my own realm. And I am from Bristol, and I've never been the type of person to deny that, because everybody got a story, no matter where you come from. Just matters how you get your story out to people and how you get it out to the world. So, like I said, this is called Bristol Nights 2. And it's just very introspective, and I want you guys to just vibe out with me. I was moving around, but I'm probably gonna be more stationary just to like really talk. I can't see that far. I keep getting yoked by this damn thing if I go too far, but I'll stand it right here. Alright, it go like this. If you want to sing along, sing in your room. Nights like these, but the night of me. Nights like these, but the night of me. Nights like these, but the night of me. Nights like... It go. Nights like these, but the night of me. Yeah. Nights like these, but the night of me. Nights like these, but the night of me. Yeah, go. One more time I said. Nights like these, but the night of me. Yeah. Nights like these, but the night of me. Nights like these, but the night of me. Yeah. Nights like these, but the night of me. Yeah. It go. It ain't what it seems. Slave long nights that turn a night into a fiend. Yeah. It ain't what it seems. Slave long nights that turn this night into a king. Oh yeah. Nights like these, but the night of me. Nights like these. Yeah. Okay, so coming out, I see me. Look in the mirror, see miracles like an oracle. Made it out the slums, but still stressing, making them quotables. I felt the pressure, but never switched like an audible. We was down bad, felt like the demons been calling you. Small city nigga, tapped into his roots just like a Philly nigga. My black thought request, love, is you silly nigga? Get it together, back ain't looking for the interest. Take out my pivot, nigga. I'm busting moves, but they clueless to how I do it. Can't be influenced if you're drunk and not the coolest. Overheating situations, but you supposed to be the coolest. Let's be the hilltop, that's what my niggas drive students. I see the bigger picture, that's why Sandy's on my music. Sacramento, and I'm crazy. A6 was going stupid, rest in peace to 81 years, that was the truest. I come inside, now I know for follow all my moves. Hey, it ain't what it seems. Slave long nights, they turn the night into a king. Yeah, it ain't what it seems. Slave long nights, they turn the night into a fiend. Yeah, nights like these with the night of me. Yeah, nights like these with the night of me. Yeah, nights like... Nothing ever pleasant, even when I stayed there 3 days a week back when I wasn't adolescent. I learned a lot of lessons, you choose it, they turn to blessings. I hear 72 and my people and stop distressing. Back when they would knuckle up if they felt it was tension. Really trapped in the cycles of systematic oppression. Pedal that wheel to the culture, go hear your message. Gotta be the man
around and I listen to names they mention. Nobody fucking with me and my team. Trust the work they guess and act just like I'm selling supreme. Some people chose a triple B, that ain't part of my dreams. But I was never not to hustle, life revolves around cream. Had to watch my family struggle, change perception on things. Pops kicked that habit just for me to turn to a fiend. Damn, nights like days with the night at me. Yeah. Nights like days with the night at me. Hey. Nights like days with the night at me. Yeah. Like days with the night at me. This shit stinks. I hate fucking night, G. Yeah. Nights like days with the night at me. Nights like days with the night at me. So that's called Bristol Nights 2 for everybody who has not heard it. It is off the project called It Won't Last Forever. And man, that project is very personal to me. It's one of those things where you have to really go through life to kind of give your story and just talk. My fault, I'm trying to like juggle. So stupid. But it's like you gotta really just kind of sit with things and projects and songs sometimes where it changes your life, and it can even be small things, small words, small lines. But those are the things that really make your life a lot better because you see the progress. Like I hear the progress when I do it. My project is called It Won't Last Forever because when I was going through it, the only thing I could tell myself was, hey, it won't last forever. But it's my last song. It's called Price of Fame. Call and response at the end. If you want to shout through your screens, you can go off mute. But check it. Yeah, put you in a position where you can make a difference. The only difference is they treat you different with your vision. Never believe you until it's too late to. Always keep like you always slept, now your flight is running late. Don't harm an opportunities and use it as an instrument. It might really be a part of your fate. Where the sacrifices you made really worth the price of the fame. For the price of fame, would you sell out your brother? Man in your mother, have the baddest girl on your arm, but lose the girl that really loves you. I hope my lyrics touch you. This industry's so cold, so take your time. Don't ever let it rush you. Money's an object, but would the love be the same if there wasn't a prophet? See me? I'm more like Elijah Muhammad. My family need a house in the tropics, and then I'm focused on time like I hope to my soul. Tell me, what would you do so you know your name? Would you sell your soul? 100 years ago they had a stone and chain. I said I won't sell my soul. Put it. Stay true to myself and endure the pain, and in the end it's all. Like I won't sell my soul for the price of fame. Tell me, what would you do so they know your name? Would you sell your soul for the rocks and chains? 100 years ago they had a stone and chain. I said I won't sell my soul for the price of fame. For the hoes, for the gold, and the rocks and chains. Yeah, verse 2 is more important. Check. You go, when you chase your dreams, better proceed with caution and hope your contribution to the culture is bigger than diet and floss. When I write this often, I don't mind exhaustion. I put in the labor, can't leave a mission for the price of fame. Oh, I don't get extorted. Hope these women don't use a false coercion. I pray my circle never rotates. Family don't change. Trade stress, please. Real school like bad days and grind like mad breaks. That's a major key like mad break. Home still hating out of your life. And you don't know life till you wear it all white. Your toes all in the sand while you complain about ice. Your family got their own crib. Got your baby moms, but I lost some friends in the end. Like Native Americans will never say that I can't. Will make same mistakes again. You ever think I sold myself for fame? You better think again. I'm home. Tell me, what would you do so they know your name? Would you sell your soul for the 100 years ago they had a soul? I said I won't sell my soul. This is a call and response part, so you come on mute or you just say it out loud in your own prayer. You might sound crazy, but it go, I won't sell my soul for the price of fame. I won't sell my soul for the price side. I said I won't sell my soul for the price of fame. I won't sell my soul for the I said I won't sell my soul for the price of fame. I won't sell my soul for the I said I won't sell my soul for the price of fame. I won't sell my soul for the price of I said I won't sell my soul for the price of fame. Tell me, what would you do so they know your name? Would you sell your soul for the rocks? 100 years ago they had this stone and chain. I said I won't sell my soul for the price of fame, for the dough, for the hole, for the rocks that blame. Stay true to myself and endure the pain, cause in the end it's all worth it when they know my name. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trey. We have some questions that we can ask in the Q&A, and Adam and I can ask a couple of them, and then we can open it up to audience questions if anybody has any. First of all, what was your last concert that you performed before the pandemic started?
The last concert I did, it was in New York City in Brooklyn. I think it was at the Delancey, I think it was called. And that was January 4th, I think, or that weekend, the first week of the new year of 2020 was the last time I performed it. And after that, I've been on ice because of COVID, but it's been some time. Yes.
Are you working on any projects right now?
Currently, no. Currently I'm working on, as far as music goes, I'm working on like singles. I'm trying to put together some singles for when it's nice outside, which is going to be, I'm aiming for like May, June. I just want to get songs out because I'm a project kind of person, but I also know like this is probably going to be the wildest summer. Like this summer is going to be absolutely nuts. So I'm like, I have to make sure I have some type of music that I want to put out there. But I'm currently working on more visual content and putting that together because I did just put this project out called It Won't Last Forever, and I did it in the middle of COVID, so I can't really like promote it the way I wanted to. So I don't want people to skip over it and then go to something else. I put together a documentary that's going to be showed in April, like it's like a 4-part series that has to do with that project. So I'm still trying to do the most I can with that, and then I'll start working on another project, another album, etc., etc. But I'm always making music though, to answer your question.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What was the last concert you attended by somebody else before the pandemic? If you remember.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even go. I'm not like a big concert person. I think the last concert I've been to was the last time I was on tour, which was in 2018. It was outside of my own people, like my own friends, you know what I'm saying, that I show up and go to. It was a KRS show at SOBs in New York, and I was in like that was either 2019 or 2018. I'm very antisocial. I don't like crowds. So when I feel like people are bumping into me, I'm just like, get the like I just want to knock somebody out, you know. So I try to the only time I really go to concerts is if I'm like, yo, I absolutely have to see this person. Like I have Kendrick. I've seen Kendrick multiple times, J. Cole, like these people are my favorites. Jay-Z, Nas. But outside of that, I'd just be like, yeah, I'll catch it on YouTube. Like I catch it on YouTube, you know. So, yeah.
That's fair.
Can you tell us anything about like the Bristol hip hop scene? You know, any other like artists that you work with, any producers that you collaborate with that you want to spotlight?
Yeah, I think Bristol is like, I don't know if you're familiar with Connecticut, but Connecticut, like the major city is Hartford, New Haven, Bridgeport, Norwalk maybe, but those are like the big ones. So like Bristol is like a smaller like subdivision of those, so they get kind of looked over to people in here. But offhand of people that I work with a few people that are actually from here. Noah, myself, his name is Dead, FC Mendez that I work with, from Bristol, people that I'm trying to name from Bristol, because I work with everybody. But yeah, the scene is very, it's very spotty because it's just like it's finding an identity for yourself. Connecticut in itself, but also being like a smaller part where people get overlooked, you have to kind of find your identity. Like, do I sound like I'm from Hartford or New Haven? You know what I'm saying? I try to find a balance of that, but just literally living off of my own experiences. So, the scene is cool. It's not too bad. There's some good artists, but you know, I think collectively as a state, people have to come together to work together because that's more important than where you're actually from. Like we're all from the same state. Connecticut's trying to build a conglomerate, so everybody should be working with everybody. I feel, you know what I'm saying?
When did you know that this was like the path for you for your musical career?
Um, I was, I'm old, Tony. Damn. Nah, I knew I was when I was in college. So, when I was 20, 20, which was like my senior year of college, because I went to, or I was 21, but I was 20 when I knew, which was my first senior year that I had in college. I was a super senior, and I just kind of knew because I was like, we'd go out and party. But then I would come back and like our dorm room would have like a basement where people would do like laundry and you could hook up your games down there. So I'd go out, I'd party, and then I would come back while everybody else, or I would leave the parties early and I'll go down to the basement and I'll just be like start writing raps at like on a Thursday night. As you guys know, what who does that? Like it was a Thursday night, and I would be in the basement at like 12. And just it was I went to CCSU. It was called Beecher, so I would be in the basement and I'd have my Xbox. I'd be playing games. I'd be writing to the music, and then I'd hear about the parties, and then I eventually got this studio with my uncle, Trust Productions, and we we got this, and I was 21 or 22. Like I'm 28 now, but I was 22 when we actually had the studio, and then after that, I locked in. I don't even care about. That's why I became so antisocial, because I just love being down here to make music. That nothing else really matters to me. So yeah,
Awesome. Dream collaboration. One person. Who is it?
anybody. It could be anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. Oh,
Wildest dreams. Your absolute dream collaborator.
oh man, it would either be, well, I'll give you one. Wildest dream would be I wake up and I get a text message from J. Cole and he says, "Yo, let's do a record." I'd be like, "Yo, what?" Like you can't tell me shit. Like him and Kendrick, those are the two, off the top. Like yo, if they ever call me, I'd spend my last dollar to fly wherever they were to get there, and you know what I'm saying, and go crazy. Those are my favorite artists as of now,
Awesome.
inspiration outside of myself. So
That's great. Um, Anybody have a question in the audience? Anybody else want to say anything other than Atomy? Haley?
Hi, Trey. Thank you for doing this.
no
Um,
doubt.
I have a question. What is the weirdest concert experience that you've had, like performing?
Me performing. Okay, it's probably my First of all, I want to say thank you, because none of this is possible without you, and like you putting me on that list. I don't even know how you found out or knew who I was, but I appreciate that wholeheartedly, and I never got to actually thank you, so thank you for that. I'm forever grateful. Weirdest experience that I had was my first like show. There's this dude. I talk a lot, so I'm gonna keep it quick. He was from Toronto, and he was doing a tour in Connecticut, and he had a show in like it was just a place where like there's no hip hop music. So I was like so confused. Like it was actually, it might have been at a I think it was at like a Jewish establishment. I don't like a that they owned, and there was hip hop there, and he was from Toronto, and I'm in Connecticut, so I did the show to open for him, and when we did the show, he was telling me that there was gonna be so many people there, and I got there and there was like it was me in the crowd, it was my mom and my uncle, and I was performing to him. Like so, like the only person who didn't know my music was the only person who was there, and it was like I think the place was like sick, like they were like teenagers, like it was like 16 and up, and there's a game room, and I'm like, yo, this is like weird. Like I'm trying not to curse in front of like kids, and it's just super weird. Yeah, and just janky promoters, people who say it's gonna be something. I've went through so many of those, but that's the one that I could think of on top. Weird.
Good question. Thanks, Haley. Anybody else have a question? Put in the chat if you don't want to ask it, or unmute. You can unmute, you can turn on your camera. Lev.
Hi, that was great, by the way. Thank you for coming. I was wondering what inspired you to write like your first ever rap? Like what was the first inspiration you had?
Um, to be honest, it was very superficial. Thank you for the question, and thank you. I appreciate you for listening. It was very superficial. If I'm being transparent, the first rap I ever wrote, I was very I just wasn't I was under the influence, and it was just a big party scene. I was just with my friends, and I just wanted to sound the best. So there was no purpose behind it. It was just like, yeah, I just want to say the best things, and everybody's in one room, and we're all having a great time. And I didn't think too much of it. And then the maybe the more I started to do it, I was like, okay, I have to actually like say something that's like thought provoking, not like just mad swears and obscenities. So yeah, my first rap, it was never with the intentions of to do what I just did there. It was just to be lit in a sense. So yeah.
Anybody else have anything else?
Am I too close? Am I like standing like right now?
No, you're-
No,
Yeah.
you're good. I think it's
wanna
good.
advertise your socials or where to find
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, where can people find you after this?
So all my information is under Trey Tuck. So it's Trey Trey underscore Tuck underscore. That's on Instagram, Twitter, um, Snapchat, I guess. Yes, that's perfect.
Oh.
And all my music is under Trey Tuck, so you can find it on all streaming services, whether that's iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music. So all my music is set there, and yeah, I also have a whole bunch of different collaborations that you'll run into with different artists that I work with, and yeah, all my information is there. Pretty simple name. It's not Truck. I've gotten that. Like like people have done that. So yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate this. This means a lot.
Thank you guys. Thank you all so much for coming, and especially you, Trey. This was great. We will post this on our YouTube channel. I'm going to stop the recording. And that'll be up within the next few hours. So if you want to